this. I want this there, that there.
Somebody wants to know how could they see the show in El Paso, Texas.
I already replied to it.
You replied it? Good. We got outside line. Got outside line hooked up.
All right, 10 seconds, George. Stand by.
Okay, let me just turn this off.
Oh, I need to test the mic. All right. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to put this. Are you ready, George?
Yes, right. And welcome back to the Chips and Salsa. This is the sports version of the Chips and Salsa show. Welcome to all our fans out there, all our friends, fans, and listeners to the Chips and Salsa show. This is the new edition that we've been trying out for the last month or so. It's called the Chips and Salsa Sports Section, or Sports Segment. And in the house, we have Jorge, myself, and then known as the Alacran. And then we have also manning the board, Julian
Yeah.
Allison,
Mr. Jules.
Mr. Jules.
Julian Allison.
He is the owner of Radio City, CentralCityRadio.com, and also they have a very a big program that he does during the week with music, different types of music, and I would like everybody to tune in during the week and listen, and I think you'll like the programming. And also in the house we have the divine, not the divine Dion, she's not here today, but we have secret Sonia manning the cameras on YouTube. If you want to see us on YouTube,
We gotta get Secret Sonia to get on and say hello. Just like that. Like, hello.
hello. Just say hello. Look at there's an extra microphone over there.
She's scared of the mic like it's going to jump up and bite her or something. It's
I know.
nice.
Your son, he got in front of that mic.
I know.
He
He was
was
like,
like-
yeah, it was, or hey, it was voice changing. But yeah, it's not gonna scare. It's not. Mic ain't gonna bite you. It's a nice mic, right?
It's a good mic.
It's a good mic.
If you want to see us on YouTube, go to how do you do it, Sonia? You go to YouTube and
You know how to do it.
you go to YouTube and then you type in
Sonia Salsa S.
Salsa S. You want to say it a little
Yeah,
louder?
we couldn't.
No.
We couldn't quite hear it.
Go ahead. How do you say it now, Sonia?
Sonia Salsa S.
That's
I didn't hear it. Say it again.
No, I'm not saying it again.
okay. And you just type in Sonia Salsa S, and then you go to Chips and Salsa, and you'll watch our program being televised live today. We have several cameras and directional mics and everything, so we're all set. And we're going to report on some sports today. Julian, you've been listening to the college games. What's going on here?
Well,
I don't watch too much college games, but
yeah, I just finished watching my Hawkeyes. They took care of business today against Indiana, the 9th ranked Iowa Hawkeyes. Now, the Hoosiers gave them a little bit more of a game than what it really should have been, but either way, we'll take it. So let's see what else is going on in the top 25 today. I'm getting that pulled up right now. I usually am ready with this, but top 25. Always got to check the top 25 first. So Alabama, LSU are going on right now. They're getting ready to start. Let's see here. Top 25, Oklahoma. Number 15, Oklahoma. Up over Iowa State. Let's see here.
that's number 14.
Yeah.
Oklahoma versus
So,
Iowa.
Iowa State, yep. So,
Number
okay,
one is-
Notre Dame. Notre Dame over Pittsburgh. Let's see. Clemson's number 1 in the country? I didn't know that.
It says Ohio State. Number one.
This is
versus-
football. Yeah, Clemson's number 1 in the country. They beat Florida State. Ohio State, where they at? Who they played at? They have a bye.
Minnesota, I think.
And Minnesota. There it is. That's on tonight. It's going to start in about 30 minutes.
Ohio State's always good. I mean, when we do the Fiesta Bowl over there at the thing, Ohio State's comes down a lot. I mean, they've been at the Fiesta Bowl quite a bit.
They're ranked third in the country. But yeah, but no true shockers just yet from what I'm seeing right now. So nothing. Oklahoma State looks like they upset TCU. Oklahoma's ranked 14th. That was TCU 8. So I guess that's technically a upset. But
5. They're 5, and Oklahoma's 12. Wow.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so there's your college football. Anything? Trying to see anything else. But the big game right now, which we need to get TV in the studio, because that's Alabama LSU is a big game right now. That's number 2 against number 4.
Wow.
Yeah, man. We need to get more information on who these guys are.
Yeah, I think you should invest in big cameras here.
Yeah, I think so too.
So we need the sports channel here real quick.
We need a sports channel, we need TV, all of that.
Yep, we're gonna do it. Now let's see here. The today's game. Let's see.
Oh, and by the way, this is what we were talking about earlier. Just a programming note. You can check out starting next week. This show, sports show with Chips and Salsa, the regular Chips and Salsa show, and Revving Up with the Revs will all be moved to King FM starting next week.
So how do you technically get on,
through the Central City Radio app?
And it'll
Great question.
Right, so it'll just.
Have you tried it, George? Have you tried it? Going to the. It's easy.
Well,
Matter of fact, it's camera on me. Look, that's all you gotta do. See, you do this. Just go to the Central City Radio app. Did it do it? Okay, it's going slow. But see? And then you hit this side button here, and it has swap stations. Swap stations. See that?
Swap stations.
And then once you hit that, you'll see Vibe 95 and King FM.
Oh, okay.
King FM. And then you just hit King FM.
And so then.
So Chips and Sauce show will be on King FM, and along with Revving Up with the Revs on Saturday night. Same time, same app, but just a different station.
Sounds good to me.
Yep. Praise the Lord.
Yep. And we're also on KFNX and on Friday, so you can listen to us on AM. And then Saturday, come back, listen to us on sports, watch us on YouTube, listen to us on King FM. And I would recommend that you also listen to Central City Radio, all their songs that they play. If you like hip hop, if you like what other songs do you play there? Hip hop.
Yeah, we're our 2 stations right now. We do Vibe 95 is what you're listening to right now. Is the Valley's rhythm and throwbacks. So all those great hip hop songs from back in the day. 90s, 2000s, R&B songs, and a few current songs. And then plus King FM, a lot of upbeat, positive Christian programming, plus talk with Chips and Salsas coming on there, Revving Up with the Rev. I guess it's Revving Up with the Rev now.
There's only one Rev.
There's only one Rev now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the other one's coming through. Anyway, back to the sports.
Okay, let's go to the NBA. The standings on the NBA right now are on your Atlantic Division. Toronto is 5-1 on the top. They're on your Southeast Division. I'll just give you the first 2. Atlanta is 6-1, so they're doing pretty good. And Washington is 3-2, and you got a bunch of threes there. Central Division, Cleveland is 5-1, and Detroit is 4-1, and Chicago is 4-1, the Chicago Bulls. Southwest Division, San Antonio Spurs 3-2. I hate them. And let's see, Portland Trailblazers in the Northwest Division, 4-2. Utah, 3-2. Now in our division, the Pacific Division, we have the Golden State Warriors 5-0. Phoenix is 3-3, so the Phoenix has gotten to a slow start, but it's still early in the season for basketball. We've just started. We have 3 wins, 3 losses. They just lost last night against who did they play? The Pistons. So I hate the Pistons.
Pistons.
But you got the Lakers. Imagine that. That's your team, isn't it, Sonia?
Yes.
The Lakers, 1-4. Where's Kobe?
Yeah, like, Sonia, where is Kobe?
Where is Kobe? Has Kobe been to sleep, Sonia?
I don't watch it, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, you do.
No.
I think you should make some phone calls and find out, where's Kobe?
Sleeping on the bench.
You know, why can't Kobe bring his team to win? I mean, there's something wrong. Ever since, what's his name?
Lamar Odom?
No, the coach for the...
Phil Jackson?
Phil Jackson. Ever since he left, the team went nowhere.
He's a Hall of Fame coach. Right, Sonia?
I think the
I don't
Suns
know.
You don't...
I think we should hire him.
Oh.
You hire him back?
In Phoenix.
Phoenix? Do you think, Sonia, that the Phoenix Suns should hire Phil Jackson? Away from being the general manager or president of the Knicks?
I don't even know who's our coach now for the Suns.
Yeah, that's a good question. Who's the coach? I don't know either.
I think the Suns have potential this year, so I'm gonna keep my hopes up.
Keep hope alive.
Keep hope alive that the Suns will do good and they'll turn things around from 3-3. Maybe they'll go to 6-3 or something. They'll start on a winning streak. But there's a lot of games left, so the Suns, we really wish that they get their stuff together and come on down and start winning games. Let's fill up that arena.
Yeah.
And that's the way you win games. The fan base has got to be there. So I'm imploring everybody that loves basketball, go down there and watch your Suns and root them on, because that's what they need. They need us to be there to root them on.
Now, how much is going on with the Suns right now? Because I don't get a sense that they're even in town, much less the season started. I don't even get a sense that they're even, I don't hear much about them. It's all about the Cardinals right now. Even the Diamondbacks weren't really going anywhere, but they were still seemed like in the limelight. But it seemed like the Suns was like, where are they at, George?
I don't know. I'm hoping that they wake up and start playing good b-ball. I mean, you got these teams that are 5-1, 5-1, 6-1. I mean, we're 3-3.
Well, the one before LA Lakers.
Golden State 5-0, and they're in our division.
Golden State, that's right. No, 6-0. Looks like they picked up a game. Well, Golden State's the reigning champion.
Yeah.
They'll probably repeat.
No, they won't. It's not going to happen.
Well, who's going to knock them off? Who's going to be better?
The Suns. We know the Lakers can't do it because they're in the tank and they're going to stay in the tank where they belong. I just feel sorry for Kobe. He needs to come and join the Suns, and we'll gladly take him, and we will rehabilitate him.
Well, in athlete years, Kobe is a senior citizen. He's up there. He still might be young because he's younger than me. I think he's my brother's age, right? So he's about 37. 37, but see, he started and came out at 18. So he's got a little more miles on him than he would have had ordinarily. So the tread's coming off, man.
Well, see, if I was owner, I'd go crazy. I'd hire some of the old timers back. I'd bring Jordan. I'd bring back Rodman.
Like right now?
Yeah, I think they still got. Anything's better than what we got. So
you would bring Michael Jordan, Dennis Rodman right back to the Suns.
Yeah.
They're in their 50s.
That would be interesting to see what kind of ball they have. So.
It would be. I wish there was a way to get these guys to get their prime again, and then see how they, like first I would love to see a.
They couldn't make it down the court, It's like,
oh no. Pass out the very, they'd be done with it.
Okay, the NHL. Let's go to hockey here.
Hold on to the hockey. We're gonna go into a break here. We'll do with hockey.
Yeah, hockey and the NFL there. So
it's some NFL action.
Baseball.
Yeah. So we'll be right back.
We'll be right back with the Chips and Salsa Sports
on Vibe 95, Central City Radio Station.
So 595 is your Central City radio station. Mm-hmm. And then what else? What other?
It's not
number?
5. It's Vibe. V-I-B-E.
Oh, Vibe.
What is it?
595.
590?
Yeah.
Vibe. Feel the vibe.
And what's the other one?
King FM.
No. King FM is the one.
Yeah.
But I thought you said there was another one.
No, it's Central City Radio. So those are the two stations under it.
Yeah, think of it in terms like iHeart.
Right.
Because iHeart, they are branding the app. iHeartRadio, get your iHeartRadio, download the app. And then on their app is all these wonderful stations. Oh, okay. We're doing the exact same thing. Central City Radio app, get the app. And then on it is all the wonderful Central City radio stations, 595 and King FM.
I think that sounds great to me. I think you're on something there. Like I said, I saw the fear, and it wasn't just fear. It was like they're looking at the future. Francis was, and he admitted. He says, things are changing. Mm-hmm. Things are changing towards the internet, towards the live streaming on internet. People are learning to use the computers, the smartphones. And AM is going to go because maybe it's because they have to have these big old dishes and I don't know.
That's the key you just said, which is the difference. They may have all that. We got low overhead. We don't need a tower. And at least for now, we're not under the thumb of the FCC.
That's where the problem is going to come with the FCC regulations.
Eventually they're probably going to be like, but so that's why we can afford to charge a little less than they do, because it's low overhead, and we don't have any licensing. I mean, we do have to have licensing when it comes to the music part of it, but FCC license. We don't have to keep up with certain things.
But you don't have to pay for your music.
You have to pay for the music. In some form or fashion, music has to be paid for and royalties have to be paid.
Oh, really? I thought you didn't have to pay.
Oh, yeah. You got to pay it back.
I thought you were like pirating it.
No, I haven't been paying them, but they want you to pay. All right, we're going back in, George.
866-657-8521.
All right. We will rock you.
Okay, welcome back to the Chips and Salsa Sports segment. And this is Jorge with Julian and the secret Sonia. Hello. We've gotten her to speak a little bit, so little by little, we're just going to kind of break her in. And then
the mic right there.
When we went off air for our commercial, I was just getting into NHL. I'll just jump way down to where we're at, and we're so far down I can't even find us. Let's see here. Arizona. We're 12-6, so that's not too bad. We won 12 games, lost 6. In hockey terms, that's not too good considering. Montreal is 15-12. Arizona's not that far behind if they just start winning more games, and they have a I don't know how far they go in hockey, how many games they have to win. But right now, we're 12-6. The teams ahead of us, San Jose, Vancouver, and Los Angeles, all with 13 wins. And then you have other teams in the league with 14 wins and 15 wins. So Montreal, which is one of the best ones, and Ottawa, 15. Ottawa is 13-7, but it's a tough division because they're all seasoned players there. You have, let me see, Chicago's one I like, and that's 14-7. I've always liked Chicago's hockey team, but I'm sticking to our Coyotes. Go Coyotes! Let's do something this year. Let's at least get into the playoffs.
Yeah, didn't they get in the playoffs last year?
Yeah, they did.
Go Yotes.
Okay, let's see. Just go to. I'm gonna go to the NFL here.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to be starting NFL, so it should be all football first.
I know.
Football.
Okay, here we go.
Cardinals got the bye week, so I guess there's not too much exciting news. From
We're
NFL.
6-2. We're 6-2. We're halfway to the season.
Mm-hmm.
With the season half of the NFL season commencing this week, what better time to issue midterm grades for the guys in charge? Two coaches, Joe Philpin and Ken Wisenhut, have been kicked out of class. The remainders are hoping to graduate to the 2016 season. A few, Chip Kelly, Chuck Pellegrino, might be looking to switch schools. I don't like that article. Anyway, it's just stupid. Bill Belichick, New England Patriots, he refuses to allow Deflategate to be an off-season distraction, then unleashes a powerhouse, even by Patriot standard, and might achieve the 19-0 finish that he achieved in 2007. Because right now the Patriots are doing a heck of a job whipping everybody.
That's why they need to leave them alone. Stop antagonizing them, because the more you do it, the more they're going to end up winning games and getting on everybody's nerves. So you just leave them alone, let them do their thing.
Here's the Patriots.
Shut up.
New England is 7-0. We're 6-2. New England Patriots are 7-0. New York Jets are 4-3. Buffalo is 3-4, and Miami is 3-4. So in that division, New England is tromping everybody. 7-0. And that Deflategate don't mean nothing to them. Our division, where are we? I know we're 6-2. Oh, here we are. We're 6-2. St. Louis is behind us with 4-3. Seattle. That's your team, right?
No, that's not my team.
Your team.
My grandparents' team.
Your grandparents' team. But when you're not rooting for the Cardinals, you're rooting for Seattle, aren't you?
Yes.
Isn't it a fact?
Yes.
As Judy would say.
So wait, isn't that? Wait a minute, I have a problem with that though.
What?
Why would you? If the Cardinals are number one, there should never be a number two.
I'm only rooting for them because it's my grandparents' team.
But see, I used to be a Cowboys fan only because of my uncle. But guess what I did? I totally dropped the Cowboys. I totally broke up with them. They're like the old girlfriend from back in the day. I had no feelings for them anymore. There's no love there anymore. So therefore, there's no number two, Sonia.
For me, there is.
Ooh.
So are you truly a Cardinals fan?
Yes.
But how could you, especially when they're in the same division?
Well, when they play the Seattle Seahawks next week, I'm rooting for the Cardinals.
Okay.
Cardinals come first.
They do.
So when you bleed, what kind of blood do you bleed? Is it Cardinals blood or is it Seahawks blood?
Cardinals red.
Cardinals red. So
Okay.
one more question. So when it comes to playoff position, hypothetically, and the Cardinals aren't playing the Seahawks, but we need the Seahawks to lose in order for the Cardinals to get into the playoffs. Who are you rooting for?
Cardinals.
Okay, so even if it's Seattle versus San Francisco, it's still Cardinals. You would be still. Would you root for the 49ers over the Seahawks if it meant the Seahawks losing and the Cardinals getting into the playoffs?
Yes.
Okay, well, as long as you got that going on,
So
I can accept that. Can you, George?
Yep, she bleeds Cardinal red.
All right.
Everybody in this room bleeds Cardinal red. And we're San Francisco is way in the tank here in our division, 2-6. So,
all right, George, we're gonna wrap up. There's about 30 seconds left.
Okay, well, we'll be back next week, and we'll update you on all the preparations for the game against Seattle.
Is that what we have next in Seattle?
Yeah. We're going to be playing Seattle Seahawks.
In Seattle.
In Seattle.
In Seattle. I know that's tough, but we beat them there before. We've done it. We've done it before,
but right. Let's see how it goes this time.
So we will see everybody next week on the Chips and Salsa Sports section. Stay tuned for the Chips and Salsa show, which comes right after this. And Loops should be on our way. If not, then we'll go loopless. So we'll sign off right now, and we'll be signing right back in with the Chips and Salsa show. So see you guys back in a few minutes.
Donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-639-8620. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks,
buzz
and
on my
boats.
phone.
It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. You'll be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a non-profit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car. And as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now. Call 1-800-639-8620. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-639-8620. That's 1-800-639-8620.
Hi, I'm Joe London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom. The nation's largest
so anybody showed up yet?
You'll get free information on assisted
George, you got to carry. You got to carry the show all by yourself. I might jump in on certain things, maybe, but I might have to jump in. That's great.
Very confident that you're safe, and they just helped every step of the way. So if you're struggling to find the line,
all right, George, 20 seconds to the top of the hour.
This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
If you're struggling to find reliable senior living information for your mom or dad,
you might holler at you, say they ain't coming.
Online to get the free help you need during this turbulent time. Call now. 800-471-5173.
All right, top of the hour now.
800-471-5173. Broadcasting from the Central City Radio Studio, KJLA. What up, it's Jay-Z.
Hey, this is Vienna.
It's your boy, still feeling up with G. On you, 595, today's hottest rhythm and throwbacks. And on Central City Radio app, the new Vibe 95.
I gotta find the rest of that stuff. I don't know what you're doing.
You don't have to be Latino to enjoy chips and salsa.
Welcome back to the Chips and Salsa show. This is Jorge El Alacran hosting the show, and I guess I'm going solo right now. In the house, we have Julian Ellison manning the boards, and we have Secrets Sonia, and behind one of the mics, we'll get her to say hi. Just say hi. Okay. And she's manning the YouTube for us. So if you're just joining us and you want to watch us on YouTube, go to YouTube and go to Sonia Salsa S, and go to the Chips and Salsa show, and you'll watch us, and you watch me make a fool of myself. Woohoo! But I love it. I love it. This is the way to go. If our other hosts show up, we'll announce them as they come in. I want to do a shout out to our logo artist, Monica Lara. She's responsible for all the logos you see in the background. And David Beasley is responsible for the musica that you hear, the music. And of course, I mentioned Julian Allison is our technical director for Central City Radio and the owner of Central City Radio and operates 595 Radio. And we'll soon be on King FM, which is operated under the umbrella of Central City Radio.com. And you'll get to it by Julian. Explain to them the technical.
Yeah, I would love to. But yeah, we're Central City Radio's the network, and we got 2 stations, 595 that you're listening to right now, and King FM, which is our inspirational Christian station, and King Chips and Salsa Show will be moved there next week. So you can go to the Central City Radio app. It's the same app, but it'll just go to a different station, and it'll be the exact same time, 6 p.m. on the dot. And just find it on King FM instead of 595.
Well, 5:30, but we do the sports.
Well, 5:30 for the sports, yeah.
And then
Yes.
And then you stay on there for the revving up the Rev.
Yep.
Rev.
Revving up with the Rev, Myron Jackson. He'll be on right after the show, so he'll be on. Just it's just a situation where we just want to keep it some cohesiveness and
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Cohesiveness always works. Also, the Divine Dion, our social media and Facebook person, isn't here today because she's out working. Earning sometimes she has to work certain days, and so this is one of the days she has to work, so she can't be here today. Of course, we're headlines, pop culture, entertainment, and politics. And so I'll talk a little bit about each one of those. We do a shout out for Alice. She's in New Mexico. And also Eric Alada passed recently, and so she's attending those services out there. And it's an uncle to Monica Alada. Loops is our other co-host, and she may be here pretty soon. We don't know.
I'll just Sonia just walk out the room. I don't know if she's going to go.
She may go to get her.
Up here.
So if she's here, we'll announce her. In the news, let's see. I want to mention a couple of things that have been in the news here. Obama administration rejects the Keystone Pipeline. President Obama announced Friday that his administration has rejected the Keystone XL pipeline project after more than 6 years of review. We thought it would be good for jobs and stuff. He feels that it's not good for the environment. So there we have our little our difference of opinions, and that. It may be dead for Obama, but it's not dead for the Republican Party because we will continue striving to go with the Keystone XL pipeline. It's going to mean jobs. It's something good for the economy. So we will address that issue again in the future. The other thing is the Supreme Court is going to rule on birth control mandate. The Supreme Court agreed Friday to settle a widespread dispute between the Obama administration and religious nonprofits over insurance coverage for birth control, which is sure to elevate the issues of religious freedom and reproductive rights in next year's presidential election. So it's another thing that you're going to be hearing a lot about, and we'll see how that turns out in the elections. The other thing that's been in the news is Russian President Vladimir Putin halted all Russian flights to Egypt on Friday as an investigation continues into what caused the crash of a Russian jetliner last week. Our government says it was a bomb, so they've taken the precautions necessary. Russia's already starting to realize that we might be right, and it might have been a bomb. And ISIS has already taken blame for it. So
more or less, it may be the what happened. Uh, they've by what the news media said, they may have found a way to put bombs in the buildings, or it just might have been the lax security in Egypt and their airports. Maybe they don't check as hard as we do. Maybe they don't have the sophisticated stuff to check for bombs like we do. But if it's something that they can sneak by, that's something that we have to be vigilant. And I think our government and other governments, the British government and other governments, are all looking at it, and they're ramping up all security at all the airports. So you can still fly, just be vigilant and just be safe. I have a friend that's in Paris right now. He's visiting, and I told him be safe out there because you have to be safe. You have to be vigilant, and you have to know your surroundings. And all we got to do is trust in God and believe that we're protected by a higher being. Things happen, and we're all subject to that. And I don't know if I'll be flying pretty soon, but if I do, I'll be very vigilant. And it looks like we're coming up to another break. So again, this is the Chips and Salsa show, and we will be back after this short break. And I hope you're tuning in to YouTube where you see me solo. And I'm having fun. And I think we're going to have fun in this show.
You sound like you're having fun.
So we're going, and we'll be right back. Hold it and guacamole. Okay, so much for that.
Oh, shoot, I messed up. I should have put it. This would just be a 2-minute break because I forgot I was supposed to put in extra spots in there.
2-minute break?
Yeah. Plus, I went over too, so.
Okay. That's good. I can use the 2 minutes.
Usually it's 3, but oops. I'm gonna try and pull up. You know what? I don't know if you have it on your list, but the whole Ben Carson thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I got audio. I'm gonna pull up a YouTube audio of him ripping the media in their face.
Okay, so all.
And I'm gonna play it. If you want to do it, I'll play it.
Okay.
I need some spots though. Still gotta pull it up though, but. Alright, 15 seconds.
1316-800-917.
All right, 5 seconds. Stand by.
800-917-1316.
So, welcome back to the Chips and Salsa show. One more thing we were going to talk about was the big brouhaha with Ben Carson, the presidential candidate. He's been in the news lately because they've said some kind of nasty stuff about him. I want you to hear what he told the news media. We got it ramped up over here. Oh, we don't have it ramped up. Anyway, he told them all. He told them that why didn't they investigate Obama the way they're trying to, or question question Obama and investigate him the way they're doing him. Why they gave him a pass on a lot of stuff that came up about him, and the media wasn't as trying to demonize him as they're doing to Ben Carson. And he came out and he told them, check your facts, check, be fair. I'm a Republican, but be fair on the Democratic side too. If you're gonna demonize me for stuff that you hear, why don't you demonize the other side too? And he kind of shrugged aside a lot of the stuff they were saying about him, and he's going to be coming up here next week on the debates, and you're going to see a different Ben Carson. I think he's going to stand up for himself. I always said he was kind of slow in the way he responds to things and calm. I think you're going to see a different side of him, and he's going to answer questions. He's still going to be calm and everything, but I think he's going to stand up for himself and defend what he believes is the truth about his past. So I say stay tuned for the next thing that you're going to see there. The other thing on the debate lineup card, we call this the uncard, which is the first debate of the two debates. Because you have two debates. You have the undercard, and then you got the main event. The undercard is about an hour before the main event, or 2 hours before. You're going to have Governor Chris Christie, Governor Mike Huckabee, Governor Bobby Jindal, and Rick Santorum, all on the first ticket. They moved Chris Christie and Mike Huckabee to the undercard. That's what we refer to as the undercard. What it says there, Fox Business Network and the Wall Street Journal will present two GOP debates next Tuesday. And it's next Tuesday, so if you're not doing it, it may be a good idea for you to watch these debates. The debates are very informative, and it gives you an idea of the way the candidates really respond to questions on the fly. And of course, last debate, it was kind of a setup, a hit job. But now I think it's going to be more. I think they're going to be a little bit more fair to the candidates. The questions are going to be more direct, and it's not going to be a hit job. I don't think. We'll have to wait and see on Tuesday. New Jersey Governor Chris Christie and former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee were bumped from the primetime session to the earlier one, the undercard. Fox Business News announced Tuesday while the New York Governor George Pataki and South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham were cut from the undercut completely, because if you remember the last time they were on the debates, the undercard had Governor Pataki, the New York Governor Pataki, and South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham were in the undercard the hour before. This time they cut them completely. So to me, that tells me that they're really low on the polls, really, really low. And I predict the first two to drop out of the race. You heard it here from me, Jorge El Alacran, that the first two that are going to drop out, it's going to be New York Governor George Pataki, as much as he hates to drop out of anything, and South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if you don't see them in the debates, that tells you a lot. So I'm predicting that they're the first two that are going to drop. Then you have the other four that are on the undercard. One may get a spike and move back up to the prime time. We don't know. We have to wait and see. So I'm not going to predict none of those four dropping out soon, except for Jindal. The Governor Bobby Jindal, I love him. He's a good governor. He's done great things for his state, but there's no traction. And I've talked to people in the know, and I've had some I mean, I've talked to people that would have followed him as a candidate, and they really think that maybe he's on a downward spiral. But we'll have to wait and see. I don't want to predict that one just yet. And Rick Santorum probably be the next one. Mike Huckabee and Chris Christie, I think, have a little bit of leg power still, but they're going down fast. So it's sad to see, but that's the way politics are run. Now, on your main event ticket, we have the Don, Donald Trump, with Ben Carson following right in his footsteps. So it's like a horse race, and they're right up to next to each other. And then you got Senator Marco Rubio, Senator Ted Cruz, ex-Governor Jeb Bush from the famous Bush family, Carly Fiorina, Governor John Kasich, and Senator Rand Paul. He's really low in the polls, but you never count him out because he will go all the way to the end. Even if he's in last place and 0 poll numbers, he will be there. He has a following, and he's done that in the past, and he'll do it again. The ones to watch this Tuesday is going to be, of course, Ben Carson. Donald Trump may just kind of take it easy because he's in first place, and he'll answer, if directed at him, he'll answer. Same way he always does. Rude and obnoxious, but that's him. Marco Rubio will not be quieted. If he's attacked, he will attack back. He proved that at the last debate. Senator Ted Cruz, that guy has a memory that'll blow your mind. He remembers everything, and there's a name for his type of memory. And
yeah, he has an audiographic memory.
Audiographic memory. And he proved it at that last debate. He let them have it full gun barreled, and he told them the way it was, and he named everybody and everything that happened. I don't know how he did it, but he did it. And
let me go back to Ben Carson real quick.
Yes, sir.
He just tweeted out today, "We the people have made 10,000 donations each day this week, raising $3.5 million this week alone. Thank you, biased media." I knew that was going to happen. When they attack him, I bet you he's bumped up in the polls, and then I bet you, and it's proven right here, he's going to get a bump in his donations.
And if he does get a bump in the polls, he'll go in first place again. Because right now he just dropped just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But I think that last attack from yesterday, I think that bumped him up. It totally going to backfire. I knew that was going to happen.
The other person in the main event is Jeb Bush. And Jeb Bush kind of faltered a little bit. I like Jeb Bush, and I'm supporting Jeb Bush as of this time. But it's kind of hard because he's so far down. But I hope he doesn't attack Marco Rubio again, because that was a bad mistake on his part. He needs to talk about issues, keep it at issues, keep it with what's going on, what he plans to do for this country. And he has great ideas. He has great vision. I saw him in person, and I believe he has a vision. But he's got to quit playing these games on the debates, and leave Marco Rubio alone. And just talk the issues. Answer the questions, talk the issues, and let the people know that they can trust you as a leader. Carly, she hasn't spoke too much except for The View that kind of tore into her, and they were talking about her appearance, and so she went on The View through telecommunications. She was talking from a different state, and they were in New York, and they tried to put her down, and she stood up for her, her what she believed in, and they were all scrambling to kind of defend themselves, but they had no defense. They should have not attacked her the way they did. She has every right to run, every right to speak her piece. Her looks should not come into question on this, even if it's joking around. You don't joke like that about politicians, about each other. It's wrong, and these people in The View are idiots. Then we have Governor John Kasich, and he got a good bump last time. And then Senator Rand Paul. We wish him a lot of luck. And we'll be back after this break, and we will talk more about everything. So come back to the Chips and Salsa show. Okay.
It could have went a little longer, but it's...
Okay.
Oh, and I still messed up. We'll go 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
Okay, now I'm gonna go to. Let's see, what kind of song should we do? I want to talk about Saturday Night Live. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we pull that up. Let's pull up the.
I'm even recording it because I want to. When I get home, I want to watch how good it was because I think he's going to get a bump out of this. A bump that people aren't going to just. It's going to knock. But I have a whole article about. Article and a half, I guess, about it. That I'm going to read. But it's going to be a good show.
It'll be interesting. There's something on here about it. I'm gonna. If there's any audio, I'm gonna play it.
You could junk it, or you can donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-639-8620. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a non-profit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car. And as a special
I was trying to find that Ben Carson audio. I couldn't find the video. I found one, but it was the full 20-minute press conference. I didn't watch the full 20 minutes.
Donating is easy.
I saw it today on Facebook. Someone had it. Should have went back there.
We're going. This is the. Okay, let's come in with One Truth. Well, let's make that One Truth. This is the third segment now.
Yeah.
So let's bring One Truth in the fourth segment, okay? Then I'll do the military moment. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-639-8620. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks,
I do
and
van
boats.
ads.
It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. You'll be towed away for
Our
free,
final
and
segment.
you'll be supporting those that need help.
I'll just tie
Heritage
everything
for the Blind
together.
is a non-profit organization
Hey, it's
that
not.
helps
It's going
the
pretty good. My
visually
man's
impaired
not
live
moving.
fuller lives.
Come on, let's
Now
go.
to donate your
Rock and roll there,
As a
buddy.
special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free
Not
3-day
yet.
vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now.
Not getting enough
Call
light.
1-800-639-8620. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free
Not getting the
vacation voucher.
light.
Call now, 1-800-639-8620. That's 1-800-639-8620.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living
Well,
alone,
not doing too bad for a one-man show.
Senior
Yeah, you're
care
great.
then call a place
You
for
getting
Mom.
used to this,
The
man.
nation's largest senior
Hey,
living
I'll
referral
do this
service.
every week by
You'll find
myself.
information on assisted
All right,
living,
you should do your own show, your own
Alzheimer's care,
spin-off
nursing
show.
homes, even important financial information.
Well, you're doing the sports,
We
but
have
you know,
obviously researched every place,
Hey,
not just
it might
giving
happen.
names.
I might do that.
They found me a place for which he could afford, and it
I
was
just have to
magnificent. We're
get
now
my crew here to
very
follow
confident that
me
you're
in.
safe, and they just
That's the crew.
That's what I'm saying, YouTube fans.
If you're struggling
This
to
will
find
continue.
reliable senior living
And,
information,
YouTube
You know,
fans.
we'll increase this 1 hour or maybe 2 hours,
15
maybe
seconds.
2.5 hours. So we will make this show even greater than it is. We
Yeah,
already
boy.
do chilling after the show. So
All right.
you guys watch us.
Here comes One Truth coming now.
Oh, we're gonna-
All right, Jorge, you are on.
Welcome back to the Chips and Salsa Show. This is Jorge El Alacran, and your host today. And we're going to play a little bit of One Truth, which is one of the sponsors to the show. And this is Inferno, their song, their main song that they came up with.
the seeds of love were sown. I question how the sky still remains all that's mine. On the ticking rain, approaching day, we cross paths each time. I refuse to let it all behind. I need to protect all the truth in this heart.
That's Inferno, and that song is so addicting. You will love the song once you listen to the song, and that's why we play it every week. We kind of play portions of the song. You should listen to the whole song. It has a message. The JC wanted to get out there, and it's a story of his life. And the piano in the background that starts on fire is his life that they tried to set on fire, and he tells you all about that in the video you get on iTunes. You get the CD with the video showing the him being taken prisoner, being tied up. He releases himself. Then he starts singing the song Inferno, and it's like the inferno burning inside of me. You listen to the song, it makes so much sense, and he explains it on the video. So I would implore and ask our friends out there, go to iTunes, download the video, and it has, if you go to Facebook to JC and One Truth and JC, they have the link where you can actually order the video of the filming of Inferno, and I think you would love it. I've seen the video many times. Like I said, it's addicting. And that's just one of his songs. He's got many songs, and he's been our sponsor here for over a year, almost a year, almost a whole year. He's been our sponsor, and their group is going to come out here. They're going to do a concert someday in the future, but we will have JC and his manager here in the future. He's assured me of that. So when we have that, we're going to let you guys know way ahead of time. So you can listen to JC, listen to his the way he explains his music, and it's progressive rock. I guess that's what you call it, right? Progressive rock. It's
Christian.
And it's a type of music that it grows on you. It has meaning to it, and some of it's religious music that he plays, some of it's actual life stuff about his life and stuff. And the group is so fantastic. You read about the group of One Truth, and they come from all facets of life. You got some rock singers, you got some hip hop singers. You have, is there like 5 different areas where these singers are coming from, where he's actually got them from different forms of music, and he's brought them all together, and they're artists in their own way, because you look at their history, each one of those artists, they have a history of their own, and he's brought this group together, and he's very good, and I recommend going to iTunes, checking out some of his other songs, and I guarantee that you're going to love him. I never used to listen to progressive rock and stuff, and I like it. I actually like the songs, and it's addicting. So that's my plug for JC and One Truth. So I hope you guys tune in. I wanted to mention about Donald Trump again and the SNL Saturday Night Live that he's going to be doing tonight. I think it's already on. I don't know. No, it's maybe about another hour and it'll be on. I have it tuned in so I can watch it when I get home. But
Comes out at 10:30.
It starts at 10:30?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it started sooner. Okay. At 10:30. But anyway, it's Saturday Night Live.
Got another 4 hours.
Huh?
Got another 4 hours.
It's on for 4 hours?
Oh, it's on in another 4 hours.
Oh, I'll probably be home when it starts then.
Yeah.
They have an article, Dump Trump from SNL, Effort Grows. A campaign to dump Donald Trump from hosting Saturday Night Live this month is gaining steam. At least they say it's gaining steam, but it had gotten no steam because they're going to have the show still. The network announced 2 weeks ago that Trump, the Republican frontrunner, will host a long-standing comedy show on November the 7th. And guess what? Today's November the 7th. And he is hosting it. So this article, as you're going to see, got nowhere fast. The long-standing comedy show on November the 7th. Since then, there have been mounting pressures from some Latino and immigrant advocates for NBC to cancel Trump's appearance. an online petition created by America's Voice and the left-leaning MoveOn.org, which is sponsored by George Soros, and we know George Soros. The Rev has been talking about him, so listen to the Rev. Is a socialist. He wants our country to go down the tubes. Anyway, MoveOn.org calling on NBC to drop Trump from hosting Saturday Night Live has received nearly 140,000 signatures. Didn't get him too much because Trump is still doing the show. That shows you how much power Trump has. To give him the role of host essentially validates his position and gives him a platform to continue his attacks on Latinos and immigrants, this group says, okay? I don't believe that. Said Juan Escalante, director of digital campaigns for America's Voice on Immigrant Advocacy Group, an immigrant advocacy group based in Washington, D.C. Janet Marguala, president and CEO of the National Council of La Raza, okay, that's another group. They say they represent Latinos, but what they do, they're a Soros organization also. So you got to take these groups for what they're worth. The nation's largest, they say it's the nation's largest Latino civil rights group, only because Obama's giving them money to grow, called the decision to have Trump host the show a slap in the face to millions of Hispanic viewers. U.S. Representative Luis Gutierrez, the Democrat of Illinois, from the House floor, called on NBC to rescind Trump's invitation to host Saturday Night Live. He said to put Donald Trump on the air in America's living rooms on the signature comedy show on one of the most important national networks, after saying that Mexicans are rapists, drug dealers, and criminals, that is a corporate blunder too big to be ignored, said Gutierrez, a longtime advocate for immigrants. NBC said it is not going to comment. And it didn't comment, and Trump's on the show tonight. Trump deflected the criticism. He predicted the Saturday Night Live show will be the highest rated show in a long time. He dismissed the protest as being led by scammers who look around for money and things to complain about. And I believe him, and he's right. And I will listen. I will watch the program tonight, and I will be one of the hundreds of viewers, millions of viewers that brought the ratings up for the program. And I advise you guys to watch it because it's going to be a funny show, an informative show, and it's going to bump Trump's level in the polls. And then Ben Carson's going to be bumped up by this slamming that they did on him. So it's going to be interesting to see what these two guys do. So anyway, we'll be right back after this commercial with another segment of the Chips and Salsa Show. This is Jorge El Alacran. Well, folks, you see, we're going to continue this show
right now,
all the way to the end.
Students in the U.S. rank 32nd in world math skills.
Look at George looking like Rush sitting in his chair in front of the mic. The ditto can. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, now, this is going to go into segment 5 right now, right?
Yeah.
No, segment 4. Segment 4.
Imagine helping hundreds, even thousands of
Yeah.
students
Running 6:30. Okay. Military moment, the vet ads. Okay. Okay, so I mentioned vet ads and stuff.
1360 to learn more about Magnesium's exciting franchise opportunities. That's 834 1360 to learn how you can make a difference. Doing something you truly love. That's 800 434 1360. 800 434 1360.
People, this is fun. This is what you see after the show. Because right now we're on commercial, and we have Sonia over there. We have our phone. We got Julian playing with his phone. You got me,
You could be facing
Juan
forgot
Berserko
to-
here.
I had to do the shout out. Forgot to do the you're on the shout out.
I got the
$10,000 or more,
safety.
they will aggressively come after you. Protect yourself and your family today from what the IRS can do to you. Call now, 866-657-8521. They can freeze your bank account, even garnish your wages. Our expert team of tax professionals can solve your tax problems once and for all. Call now for a free 5-minute tax debt analysis. 866-657-8521. 866-657-8521. 866-657-8521.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right. General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for under $30,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet under $30,000.
People know they can go gamble on
If you need a large
95th
try
Avenue.
100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100 foot church building for under $69,000.
All right,
With the economy
15
improving and interest rates
seconds.
still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait.
Call 800-917-1316. 800-917-1316. 800-917-1316.
I'm really confused because like my dad's Latino and my mom is white, so does that mean I can only listen to like half of Chips and Salsa?
That's the smartest thing I've ever heard anyone say about anything.
Welcome back to the Chips and Salsa Show, and I'm your host, Jorge El Alacran. And with me, I have Julian Allison manning the boards, and I have manning the camera over there, Secret Sonia, and we're on YouTube, live on YouTube. You could go on YouTube, go to Sonia Salsa S, and type in the Chips and Salsa Show, and you will be watching me here like everybody else is watching. And we have a great following. This show has gone up by leaps and bounds, people. I want to give a shout out to Vet Ads. They're the ones that provided the banners, and they hire veterans. Veterans that come back from overseas and serve their country. They hire them, and it's called Vet Ads. And they also have Veterans Magazine, which you'll see at a lot of the gas stations. I deliver at gas stations, so I put a lot of their magazines out, and they put their magazines out in public places. So it's called Veterans Magazine. It comes out once every 2 months, I think it is, every 3 months. And it's a great magazine. It has 140,000 viewers, subscribers that are veterans that receive the magazine nationwide. The magazine is from Arizona, but they also have a couple of other distribution points in the United States that they bring the magazine out of. So if you see one of the magazines, pick it up. They're free, and it talks about veterans. It talks about a lot of stuff in there. And follow some of the vendors that are in there. They're advertising. Check them out. They're all good vendors. And our sponsor, Vet Ads, if you need posters made, business cards, they like I said, they're veterans. They're doing this, and you'll be helping veterans out. They've been with us since we started. We're on our year anniversary here at Central City Radio, and soon to be King FM. Under Central City Radio. We're moving on up. They're moving on up, and we're moving with them. This sponsor, Vet Ads, has been with us. So has One Truth. And we're picking up other sponsors on our AM program, because we are on AM now on Friday nights on KFNX, 1100 AM, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. And our sponsor there is Rosita's Fine Mexican Restaurant. And they are one of our sponsors. The other sponsor is I don't have the name with me right now, but it's a dentist, and it's Alice's dentist. Sorry, Alice. Menginzi or something. I don't know. I can't pronounce his name. So it's like,
Dr. Mangini.
oh, Dr. Mangini. Thank you, Sonia.
You're welcome.
See, we have Sonia
We didn't
here.
hear it. We didn't hear it.
Dr. Mangini.
Thank you. See, we
That's
have
not
Sonia
good.
here for a reason. She backs me up when I really screw up like that. And Alice, you see, we do have backup. Sonia's backing me up here. So, and he's a good sponsor of our program on Fridays, and we do announce his number, his phone number, and everything. I don't have it with me, but tune in on Fridays. We'll give you his number, the contact numbers for his office, and they do excellent work. So we recommend them. They're a good dentist, and of course, Rosita's Mexican restaurant is a very good restaurant here in the East Side. One in Tempe, right off of University here, and the other one in Mesa. And their restaurants are over 50 years old. They're a great restaurant. And then we're helping Julian's program here with Central City. We're one of his main. We've been on his show for over a year, and we're trying to promote his show, the Central City Radio. He has Vibe 95. Is it 95?
Yes.
Vibe 95, and it's cool music, and people
For
really
cool people like you.
Yes, and people will love the music that you play on a daily basis.
And also we're going to also expand. So we're not just stopping there. We're going to cover the entire musical genre. So we're going into pop. We're going into country.
I want country. I want country.
I know you want country. So we're going to have it for you.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. And I like hip hop. Some hip hop I like. Some
like who?
I don't know yet. I got to research. Country music. I love country music. I like oldies. Why don't you get an oldie station too?
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna do that.
So people, he is growing, and we are growing, and this station is growing. We've been here a year, and this is our year anniversary, so that's why I'm doing the shout out now. I want everybody to know we love this station. We love the AM station we're on. We love this station that we're on, and we're growing. We're starting to do sports. We're starting to do after the show programming, and we're going to do a lot of events coming up. So stay tuned, because this isn't just stopping here. This is getting big. A lot of people like our show, like our host, Alice Lara, Martin Gonzalez, our host on Fridays. Alice Lara's usually here. We have Loops, as one of our hosts, and we have Augie Barton as one of our hosts on our Saturday show. They're always here. Right now, they're doing other projects that they're working on, so we will have them here next week. We will have Alice here in about another week, because she's in Texas, New Mexico, and for family stuff, and we will have her back. She's always the vibrant, the outspoken Alice that she's always been, and you're going to love her on this program as always. And you'll always have me. I'm always here. And the Divine Dion, Secret Sonia, we have Julian behind the boards, and all we can do is get better. So we hope that you stay tuned to our programming and likes. Give us a lot of likes on our Facebook. Go to our Facebook, the Chips and Salsa Show. Give us a like. Have your friends give us a like. We're up to 799 likes. We're up to 800, and we lost one, so bring them back. We want to get that 1,000 before Alice gets back, because we want to surprise her with 1,000. So we're working on it, Alice. We are working on it. I know you're listening now. You're in New Mexico, but I think you're listening to us. How many minutes do we have on this one?
Keep going, George.
Okay, no, because I have some stuff. I don't want to go into the thing. I do want to mention
2 minutes.
A few things. 2? Okay. I want to, on education funding package, it's set for May the 17th. Governor Doug Ducey signed a bill to put $3.5 billion, with a B, billion dollars into schools over 10 years without raising taxes. In a recent statement, Governor Ducey said, "This is a great day for Arizona kids, families, and teachers. We have proven that if we work together in a spirit of good faith, we can improve the lives of Arizonans. According to Ducey, the responsibility lies now with the Arizona voters. So get out the vote and get this across the finish line. This special election will be held on May 17, 2016. So there'll be a special election. The ballot measure has been assigned Proposition 123. So we'll be right back after this commercial break, and I'll tell you a few more little things, and then we'll close out this fantastic show that we're having today on YouTube and live on Central City Radio, your Chips and Salsa show with Jorge El Alacran. See, folks? I can adapt a little bit.
Health insurance? Are you simply
And
paying
that's
way
just the
too
way
much?
we operate here.
I can't
Whether
benefit
it's
from this.
Alice by herself, me by myself.
So I guess when I do 1 minute, I should just actually wait for the minutes. Yeah, and this in 1 minute. Because you know what, Rev does that too. Rev. I'll go at 1 minute and then he'll just, oh, well, that's it. We'll be right back.
As you see, we can adapt to anything, everything, and we try. We try to make this interesting for our friends and fans out there. And you're going to see on future programs, the YouTubing is going to continue. It gets better. We brought a directional mic. That's what this is right here. It's a directional mic, so you can actually hear us better. Some of us speak low sometimes, and that's what this is going to do. It's going to pick up the low people in the background. Because on the radio, you'll hear us clear because we have microphones. But on YouTube, we had a problem with the sound not picking up very clear. So we got a directional mic. We got an external camera. That's what you're seeing me here with. Because we have another camera that's on the laptop where we film from. And that's pointed towards Julian because we want to get Julian in the prime of his speaking when he speaks to us. So when you see
So you say I'm in my prime?
well, in the prime of your speaking, we just don't want to hear a background. We want them to just zoom. We want to be able to zoom in on you, and that's what we do.
Right.
And the way we have this set up now, folks, is getting better and better. Pretty soon we'll have cameras all over this place. That was our main goal in the past. It costs a lot of money.
And cameras all over the place. Not all over.
About 4 cameras, maybe. So, and then somebody behind the camera is saying camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, camera 4. You know, and that's what we have Secret Sonia here for. So,
Right.
and our crew is good. We love all the people involved with the Chips and Salsa show, with Central City. Central City and us have become a really good partner. And we're going to continue that partnership. And as you see, Julian is growing, and we're growing along with him. And we're going to promote him and his station because he's done great things for us, and we've done great things for him. We work as a team. We work as a team. And now we're going to go back live.
Call now 1-800-639-8620. That's 1-800-639-8620.
Where was I?
I forgot where you went off at.
Okay, welcome back to the Chips and Salsa show. This is Jorge, the one-man show today. The one-man show. But all our co-hosts will be here next week and the week after and the week after, because we're a family show. We're a show where our hosts are just as important as the show, and I wish them a lot of luck wherever they're at right now. Alice, we know, is in New Mexico. Shout out to you, Alice, and your family and all your friends out there. And thank you for listening to the Chips and Salsa show from New Mexico. We really, really appreciate the fans out there, the friends and the family that have joined our family, because we kind of think of ourselves as a big family, the Chips and Salsa family. And if you post something, we'll post it for you, and we'll recognize you for posting it. Remember, like us on Facebook, and tune in on our Friday show the Chips and Salsa version of our Friday show with Martin Gonzalez, Alice Lara, and myself, Jorge El Alacran. And on this show, the Saturday show, we have Alice Lara, myself, Jorge, and we have Loops, and we have Augie. And those are your, and then we have, of course, the fantastic Divine Dion, my wife, can't mess up that name. And she's on social media. And then we have Secret Sonia, and she's the one behind YouTube, behind podcasting our programs, behind all the little things that are behind the scenes. And she's been with us all year, so has Dion. And of course, we have Julian behind the board doing all the magic. And I think next week Sonia might be doing a little bit of magic of her own next week. We'll see.
We'll try to.
We'll surprise you next week. That's what the misterioso is still on the background up there. That's because we always bring a mysterious guest. So we might have a mysterious guest operating the board next week. So we'll surprise you. And who knows? We might have a misterioso sitting here next to me, and besides the host that we have on our show, Loops and Augie. Augie has other things that he's been doing this month, so that's why he hasn't on the show, but he's going to be back.
Matter of fact, I saw him on TV. I saw him doing it was a video, like a commercial or something on Facebook. Did you see that?
I heard he was going to be doing something like that. So.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, he does things in the media and stuff. So when he's not here, Augie's very busy, and we're lucky to have him on our show to be part of the crew on Saturday, and he'll be back. And so will Loops, and we look forward to having them back on the show. And of course, Alice, the quiet one, but the one behind the mic, which you see a lot of difference when she's here. She keeps us in order. She keeps me from talking so much. That's why I'm always quiet over here, because Alice is the one that kind of controls the momentum as it goes. When she's not here, I just run away with it. So sorry, but
are you trying to say Alice talks too much? No,
she just controls my momentum. If you've ever seen me on chilling after the show, it's I have a couple of beers and it's just no stopping me. No commercials. And it's like, I just keep talking.
Oh,
and,
before I let you go on, it's not chilling.
It's not chilling?
Chilling. Yeah, you're chilling.
Chilling.
Yeah. Chilling after the show, not chilling.
Oh, it's chilling after the show.
Yeah.
Correction. Duly noted.
Yeah, good.
I'll probably forget, but hey, just keep reminding me.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for you, George. I'm here for you.
That's right. And Secret Sonia doesn't let me get away with anything. You gotta take a picture of me over there, Secret Sonia.
For what?
So I can immortalize this day. Not with your phone. Take it with my phone. Your phone, but you do not post no pictures with your phone.
I'll post this one for you.
Everybody heard it. It's on YouTube officially that she will post this picture that she's taking. Because if not, my camera's going to come out. The other thing, let me see here, because we're closing this out, just to make sure I mention everything I'm supposed to mention here. We're going to try to start the Healthy Hispanic. She caught me by surprise. Take another picture.
I'm supposed to catch you by surprise.
But my mouth might go like, I catch all these women. I take pictures and they just think I'm. Okay, the Revs isn't going to be on tonight, right? So I won't mention about it. But his show comes on right after ours. This week his show will. We'll see if it's going to come on. I don't know. We have our next week's show next Friday. It's going to be Constantine Gerard. He's the state chairman, I believe that's his title, for the Ted Cruz campaign, and he'll be speaking on another issue when he's on our Friday show next Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. on KFNX 1100 a.m. with me. Alice, I believe, will be still in New Mexico but it'll be me, Martin Gonzalez, and Constantine Gerard, and it'll be a very informative uh, show. Constantine has a lot to add in politics and in other stuff that the Conservative Party is moving towards, and he's a very intelligent man. I highly respect him. He's one of my LDPC committeemen and LD 19. He's been very helpful with campaigns because he's a campaign consultant, and he's highly respected in the circles of campaigns and the Conservative Party, conservative movement. So if you can, next Friday, 8 to 9, tune in. And then next Saturday, I don't know the guest that we're going to have at this time. We'll call him El Misterioso. And we will try to have a good guest for you. If not, you're going to have me talking again, which is good. I always have informative news. And I have my meeting Monday for my LD at the Total Wine Store in Goodyear. But that's by appointment only. So not all of you people out there can go. But contact me if you want, if you got my number. And I may get you a seat. We have Kelly Ward, Senator Kelly Ward will be there. Dr. Kelly Ward, she's a doctor. And she's a state senator. She's running for the Senate seat against McCain, and so she's going to be there to speak at our LD. Other than that, okay, so that promos that. Let's see here. Yeah, but you can join us. Come on down. We can. Somebody was just asking us if we were live. Yeah, we're live. Anybody can sit in these chairs. Let's see. I wanted to mention the Tohono O'odham Nation is set to open up the casino. Oh, a minute. Oh. I can't talk too much about Totem O'odham, but they're going to open up on 91st and Southern? Northern. Thank you, Secret Sonia back there in the mic. And they're going to open up with a Class 2 gaming, which it includes slot machines and blackjack. Well, Class 3 includes slot machines and blackjack, but Class 2, the gaming machines are like electronic bingo, and I think they might have some other gambling in there, but the casino is beautiful. They had it in the news yesterday. They're going to open up. They're not going to let nothing stop them. The courts have been ruling in their favor. It's just the governor and a few other people have ruled against them. So that's going to open up in December. So it's in the middle of town. And they're telling me to wrap it up. People, I've had so much fun here. An hour and a half of just bliss. Join us next week on the Chips and Salsa show, and join us with all this wonderful news that we have to give out to you, and we'll make it only more pleasant for you. So, again, this has been the Chips and Salsa show. This is Jorge El Alacran with Julian and Sonia and our mysterious crew that's all the way around, all over the place. So, thank you, and we'll see you next week. Adios. Well, people, we're going to sign off right now on YouTube. We've had a ball, and you're going to notice us again next week on YouTube, and Friday we